second in the table, going into the break, must be a good feeling.
Yes, because obviously, probably until tonight, it was hard for us to know where we stood really. With obviously, with London Irish and Newcastle not doing too well in the league, it was kind of hard to judge the quality of those performances. Although we were obviously pleased with them, and I think particularly when we haven't got the best record against Leicester, either home or away. And I think actually what we did today, I think we overcame some mental demons as much as we did some physical ones, because there were times in the second half really when we didn't do what we do. Some of our kicking went a bit awry and some of our decision making went a bit awry, and we actually made it tougher for ourselves. But I think that's what Leicester are very good at. I think they're very good at creating a game that probably we feel uncomfortable with at times, and I think we came through that. And if anything, I'm as pleased with our mental fortitude to keep working through the tough times and when we lost momentum and when they got field position, as I am for anything else.
Frantic third quarter.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I think it became frantic, didn't it? And it became frantic, and we probably played into that. And I suppose in the end, it actually ended up suiting us, because the frantic moments, the conditions, it was tough to play frantic rugby out there, wasn't it? And often, even when half breaks were happening, then there would be an error and a mistake. And because our scrum held up today, that didn't work against us. And if anything, that almost worked in our favour. So we're really pleased with the lads. Like I said, sometimes it's the mental battles as a team we've still got to learn to come through, and we've come through one today. And I think, as I said, now we kind of know where we stand. We're very comfortable with this first block now, and we can really enjoy the next couple of weeks.
You must be very pleased with that scrum, given two young boys.
Well, I think Alec Hepburn coming in for his first Premiership start and doing that well was fantastic. But again, I think in a way that kind of shows you what I'm talking about. There was, he hasn't played against Leicester before, and there's no real mental hang up for him. It's about him getting out there and running around and playing rugby. And I think that's what he's very good at. And it's sometimes when you manage players, you start to realise over a period of time, sometimes you don't have to talk to them too much about too many things. And if they're a good rugby player, sometimes it's about letting them get out there and just go for it and keep it relatively simple. And I think that's what Alec did today, backed up by the rest of the pack. But Tom Francis was, looking a lot more like the form of the end of last season today. And I think he stood up and had a big game. But you guys are very aware. It takes eight guys to scrummage well. I thought as a pack they came together really well today.
A year ago, you dominated them and then lost it, didn't you?
Well,
I suppose
that's what I'm trying to say. Really, I think we dominated large parts of territory and possession last year without ever really looking comfortable, like we were going to win the game. And there were periods like that today where we didn't look comfortable at all. But we overcame them. We overcame like I said, those changes in momentum, and we defended line-outs better, and we defended difficult situations on the pitch better, and we scrambled that little bit better. We were fortuitous with the disallowed try, because we haven't done anything there really to stop that try being scored. We've missed a couple of soft tackles. I suppose you could say we've scrambled back and managed to get a body near the try score, the potential try score, and we deserve something from it. But I think you can't say that wasn't a pivotal moment, and we've got to be careful. When we analyse this game, we look at the pivotal moments that we can do better, but also the bits we did well. And I think these next 2 weeks going to Europe, we'll really concentrate on looking at what we can do a bit better.
That disallowed try wasn't seen on the big screen, was it?
Well, it wasn't on the big screen, but listening to the discussions between the TMO had the full view of it. He just couldn't get it up to the referee to look at, so he ended up making the decision.
And it was that he never got the ball down.
He never put the ball down, apparently.
Hit the next player, and then it knocked.
I think he put it down on the next player, then he let go of it.
Who was that?
Short. It was in Shorty, James Short, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
A good game from Steenson, Rob was.
Yeah, no, Steenson was good. Full of beans for me. I mean, right from the start, we said we wanted to go after the game, and I think the decision to go to corner first up was brave, but obviously it proved to be right. I think we probably rammed that home once or twice, maybe once too many, because you could see the game had started to build into being quite a tight affair, and it was going to be relatively difficult to score a lot of points, and so kicks became valuable, and then as they became valuable, he started knocking them over, didn't he? So again, he's marshalled the side exceptionally well. He's had 4 good games as skipper, hasn't he? We've done very well these first 4 games, and as I said, he's going from strength to strength. I think his combination with the other backs around him, particularly with Henry, is going really well for us, and we've got some good combinations now. We can play around with Jack Noel and Sam Hill, Ian Whitten. There's a bit of combinations we can use there. We haven't got Campanaro into the mix yet, and he's going to feature at some stage. So we've got some good options around our back line, and as I say, hopefully the bumps and bruises to our forwards won't be too bad, and we can we can look forward to a nice long training week this week and get stuck into Ospreys.
Just on that Ben Moon as well, Miles?
Yeah, Ben just really, we gave him as much time as we could, but he's got a sore ankle. We're not anticipating, because it kind of came on quite late in the week and it was touch and go. We're not assuming it'll be too much of a problem.
Does you chop and change for the next 2 weeks, or do you try and keep
we'll have a chat about it as coaches over the next couple of days. Really, like I say, we're going to give the players a little bit of a couple of days off now, 2.5 days off, give them a bit of a refresh. We'll go into the Champions Cup with probably a slightly different mindset, because I think it's something we can really go after and really enjoy trying to be very successful in. You're not going to get relegated from it. You know what you can't, but what you can do is you can rattle other teams, you can make things very awkward for other sides, and you can give yourself a fighting chance. For me, if we've got a fighting chance in the last 2 rounds after playing Clum on home and away, I'll be a very happy man. And I think if we were in with a fighting chance in those last 2 rounds, we'd probably end up coming through it.
How close is Jeff Parling now?
He's within a week, so we would like to think he may feature in one of these European games, but as I say, we won't quite know until he gets out on the pitch and starts running flat out. But he's not far off. Okay,
thanks a lot.
Thank you guys.